Thank you for attending this breakout session. This session is filled with powerful information to help improve your health and empower you. Radio Free 102.3 KJLH. We are you.
Welcome to the Radio Free 102.3 KJLH Women's Health Expo. It's our virtual Women's Health Expo, and we thank you for tuning in to KJLHradio.com to check it out. I am hosting this virtual healthy cooking pavilion that we've got going on. Compliments of Food for Less and, of course, Simple Truth. I'm Tammy Mack, and I'm whipping up that Cajun pasta, and it's going to be a healthy one. I can promise you that. Not only healthy, y'all, it's going to taste so good. It's going to taste so good. Chef Fernando, I know whatever you got has got to be good if it's gotten people wanting to eat naked.
Hey guys, this is Fernando, the owner of EatNaked LA. And today we've partnered with Food for Less and their private label brand, Simple Truth Organic. And today we will be making our popular chicken fajita bowl. Very simple recipe. You can make it very, very quickly. The ingredients that we will be using today are brought to you by Simple Truth Organic. We will be using chicken breast, which is organic, free range. We will be using garlic powder, rosemary, black pepper, and about a cup of long grain brown rice. We will also be adding a little bit of red bell pepper, some jalapeno, fresh tomato, and also some fresh cilantro. That's my favorite. All right, so first we have our chicken breast. Simply what you want to do is always clean your poultry, all right? So maybe 10-15 seconds. I like my wood cutting board here, so I'm simply going to flatten my chicken breast, take a knife, and the way that I like to cook my chicken fajita bowl is in strips. So what we'll do is we will turn it and we are going to cut once you cut it in slices, then you turn it, and you can then down the middle, cut it again. So you have shredded pieces of chicken breast. Okay. Take your chicken breast, you put it in a bowl. Now I'm going to take my Simple Truth Organic garlic powder, and just a couple dashes. If you like garlic, obviously you can put a little bit more. I'm gonna take my rosemary and top it off with my black pepper. Now, just a reminder, you guys can find all of these ingredients at Food for Less. Now, I like to use my hands, so I'm going to just move the chicken around a little bit like this. Now feel free to add any other ingredients, maybe some sea salt, a little bit of Cajun, but for me, these three ingredients are key. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of olive oil. Let that simmer a little bit on the pan, okay? So now, as my oil is heating, I'm going to cut my vegetables. Now, obviously wash your vegetables prior to you cutting. These have already been pre-washed. So I'm gonna take my bell pepper. I always cut the top off first. I'll trim around that a little bit later. Again, since my chicken is in strips, I'm also going to cut my bell pepper the same way. I'm gonna take the top, trim around it. All right. Now I'm gonna take my jalapeno, cut the top off. Also, I'm gonna cut this in strips. Now, for those of you that might not like a lot of spice, maybe use a half of jalapeno, maybe a quarter. I love spicy, so I'm going to use the entire jalapeno. All right. So it looks like my oil is heated, so I'm gonna take the chicken and I'm gonna gently lay it down on the pan. So the chicken breast will only need to be cooked probably about 8 to 10 minutes. So because I cut the chicken breast a little thin, it cooks pretty quickly. So I would say maybe 3 or 4 minutes on each side. So as my chicken is cooking, I'm going to place my vegetables in a separate bowl. Okay. I'm going to take my cilantro. Now this is a whole batch of cilantro, again depending on how much cilantro you would like to use. I'm going to take probably about a handful. There you go. Put it in the bowl. And then I'm going to cut this tomato in half. And since this is for me personally, I'm just going to use a half a tomato. Okay. All right, so while the chicken is cooking, I am in the process of heating up another pan with a little bit of olive oil, which will then cook all of my veggies. So these have been on for probably about 5 minutes now. So I'm just going to keep turning. And again, depending on the width of the chicken, just, you can take a look and see how golden brown they are. I'll give the chicken another 2 minutes or so. So now in this pan, I'm going to go ahead and put my veggies. Now make sure, for health reasons, you always use another utensil for the veggies and the chicken. Now while my chicken and vegetables are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start my Simple Truth Organic brown rice. So I have a cup, and I typically put about 4 cups of water to every 1 cup of rice. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my pot. Now, a trick that I like to use, just so the rice doesn't stick to each other, is I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to let that boil. Now that my vegetables are almost ready, I like to go ahead and pour them on top of the chicken. And go ahead and mix. close up of that. Oh, this looks so good. All right, guys, in about 15 minutes time, you will have your perfect chicken fajita bowl. Just a reminder, again, check out your local Food for Less. You can definitely pick up some of their Simple Truth organic products. I love using them, they're really, really good. You can also check us out on Instagram at EatNakedLA and also our website, eatnakedla.com. Stay healthy.
The KJLH 20th Annual Women's Health Expo at KJLHradio.com. Presented virtually by RastAfri and Radio Free KJLH.